Day-ho, me say day-ho. Go grab a craft and follow along. Day, me say 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 day-ho. With every stitch you can go wrong.
It's showtime.
G'day. Hi, welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Lydia. Tanisha. Oh, there's my veil. I'm getting married today. Lovely to meet you if you've never been here before. And if you have, thank you for coming back. Wishing you a very happy and spooky Halloween. Let me go grab my on-screen guest for today. Bum ba da bum. Do 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 do. We are a little bit cramped. I was about to say in the studio. This is not my studio. This is my bedroom. I can't give you like a long shot because we're a little bit cramped today, but this is my buddy. This is my buddy and he's not finished yet. We're going to be finishing him up today. So we basically crocheted all of him. But what he needs is his teeth and his eyes, which I've made out of polymer clay. We're going to be adding those today if you'd like to join me. Yeah, I'm probably going to crochet like his eyelids, just finishing him up. He's a Beetlejuice sandworm. So it's going to be very much like a chit chat, just kind of hang out with me. I'm not too sure how long this is going to take, but in this video, I wanted to have a few different sections while I'm like finishing up the sandworm. So I wanted to talk about the new Beetlejuice movie, Beetlejuice, or Beetlejuice 2. Because I went to see it in September, pretty sure we went to see it for my birthday outing, and I really enjoyed it, and I just wanted to like chit chat about it and tell you my thoughts, not really in depth. And I thought it'd be cool if I were to also rank my top 10 favorite Tim Burton movies of all time, because I am quite a fan. I do like a good Tim Burton movie. And we're going to be finishing up this guy while we're at it. The original plan for this video was actually, like, if you check out any of my other videos, I do sort of like vlog crochet with me, and that's like, I film like pretty much every process of a project and then I compile it and make it into like a half an hour sort of vlog, which I was doing that with this guy, but then the other day something happened to my SD card, and this is not the first time it happened. It kept saying like, you need to format the file, or sometimes it would say card full when I know that it wasn't full. Oh, sometimes it would just keep on saying reinsert card, and I was like, you know, but for some reason I just kept like, every now and then it would stop displaying that and it would actually let me record. Little did I know that I actually wasn't saving anything that I was recording, and this has happened now with 2 of my videos. So another video that I'm planning on uploading maybe like next month, half of the progress of something that I've made is like gone. I have some videos on my phone, but yeah, everything is gone, and it was so upsetting. And so the whole process of me making this guy, and he's like massive, look at him. The whole process of me making him is gone, completely gone. I was so upset, and so I was like, well, that was a waste of my time, but I still wanted to show you guys that I made him, and I'm so proud of him. And it took me forever, like a whole week of just me doing hours every single day. So sadly I don't have any film of me making him, but I can finish him up with you. I might start with like just telling you how I created him, you know, just to, I don't know. Let's get started, and let's hope that my DIY Lydia Dietz costume doesn't fall off halfway through. That would be scandalous. I've got like a whole bowl of clay teeth. I made him teeth out of clay. I made some like little yellow teeth, and then I made some eyeballs. I don't know if you can see that, but I made him some eyeballs, and I actually put holes in all of them because I was originally going to sew them, which I think I might still do, but I just might not do it now because it's quite dark in here and I don't want to lose a needle. I don't want to like stab myself, and plus that's going to take a really long time, so I might just use hot glue, which I am still a little bit worried about, but we'll see. I also need to paint his red spots on one of his heads. Heads? Yes, he has 2 heads. But I have my hot glue gun. While that's heating up, I might as well start with how I started him. So I'll pop a picture on screen of obviously the sandworm that I was going for. And so this is like, these are the colors that I needed, which a lot of them I had the black and the white already. I had the turquoise as well around like his mouth. I just needed to buy the pink. I started at his neck, which was about 50 stitches. And then I just worked in the round, getting like decreasing so that it would make this smaller and smaller cone sort of shape. Which is not very special. Okay, but there is one technique that I used every time I changed colors. So if you can see, and you can see the stuffing, but if you can see, like the lines are pretty straight. They don't really bleed into each other too much. And that's because I'll find the actual name of the technique, or I'll link it down below. This technique that I used it on a sweater once before to make like that nice line. It's like you, on the last row before changing a color, half of the stitch is the old color and then the other half of the stitch is the new color. So it's like you keep swapping the colors, but it's like making single stitches, if that makes any sense. But I will link something down below, or you know, I just don't really know how to explain it. I kind of tried to explain it in the original video, but it's all gone. Gone. He's pretty long. I realized that I made him like massive when I started stuffing him. I used just like teddy bear stuffing, so just like white fluffy stuffing. And I had to put quite a lot in there to make him nice and thick. When it was time to do his head, I just, his mouths were just like 2 triangles, 2 big triangles. I did that same technique. I did just realize that I sewed the bottom half of his mouth on inside out, because you can see that's kind of what it's supposed to look like on the inside. But I just realized that after I did like the second mouth and everything, and I was like, it doesn't matter, it's on the bottom, so this is the top. I did his fin with like, I think I crocheted like a really long rectangle, and then I like folded it over, and how I sewed it in, I stuffed it a little bit, kind of like a shark fin. But how I sewed it in, it kind of created this pointy sort of thing, and I put that on the black stripe because that's what it was like in the picture. Okay, this is getting warm now. I think I can glue on his eyeball. Lovely. So that's one eyeball put on. I'm gonna crochet his eyelid, I think. Oh gosh, I might have put them too close together. So that's those eyeballs put on. I'm gonna put the yellow ones on now, which go on the small head. So after I made those 2 triangles, I made a big diamond shape. It's like one long big piece. And then on the second mouth, I actually made gums for him. So I just crocheted directly on, but I made gums. And that's, I'm gonna put his teeth here. This is basically the same as the body, just like miniature. This one I put on. We're gonna put the other one on. Where's his other eye? Okay. Now comes the hard part. I've got to put his teeth on. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So I connected this big diamond pink, these 2 big diamond, I did this head, I did the big head first and then connected the second. And then I connected them with this lovely turquoise border, which is kind of like his lips. His goddamn lips, which is lovely. Lovely. Gosh, I hope they stay, because this hot glue doesn't seem to be very hot. Like, did I just say it's not hot? It's hot. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That looks really cool. Okay, that's good. It's sticking nicely, but I'm definitely gonna have to like sew them in tomorrow, I reckon. So, ow, I just burnt myself. Ow, 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 ow. Ow. So we went to watch it. A few people at work have asked me like my opinion on the movie, and whenever they've asked me, I'm just like, okay, if you grew up, no, No spoilers, by the way, I'm not going to spoil anything. But if you grew up watching the original, loving the original, then it's going to be very nostalgic for you. And even though I didn't really think the story was the best, it was a lot of fun to watch and I really enjoyed it. It was, I mean, it had like the good classic actors back in it. Michael Keaton, of course, was like born to play that role. He did a really, really good job. It was as if I was watching the first one. Like, he does an extremely good job at playing that character, just playing like a douchebag, pretty much. So you know how in the first one there's a few scenes where they sing, but it's like the characters are singing the original song. They get possessed and they sing the original song. That happens in this one as well, which was quite funny. In particular, there's this one scene at the end of the movie where I think another wedding is about to take place, something like that. Beetlejuice is there, Lydia's there, Lydia's mom, and they all take turns in singing this song, this like ballad song. Never heard of until I watched that movie, and I like genuinely enjoyed listening to it because I like me a good 70s ballad song. Let me just see if I can look it up. They had some really good songs in the movie, which, like the original, it just made it so much better. Or like one of the more significant scenes, they played Tragedy by the Bee Gees, of course, which is great. Love the Bee Gees, love me a good Bee Gees song. One of my wedding songs was More Than a Woman, which is lovely. Lovely, 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 love it. But that one song that I was talking about is called, oh, they had Margaritaville. Oh yeah, so Danny DeVito was in it for like, he was the janitor for like not even 10 minutes and he was playing Margaritaville in his ears, which was in his earphones, which is quite funny. Oh, I think it's called MacArthur Park. Someone left the cake out in the rain. Yeah, love it. Love it. I think it's called MacArthur Park by Richard Harris. So go check that out. That was quite funny. But yeah, so had a good soundtrack. Music was by Danny Elfman, I think. Oh, this needs to be upside down. Upside down and round. Boy, you turn me inside out. And there was quite a few good like laughs in it, and the majority of the cast were back. The story, I don't know, I feel like I'd probably need to watch it again, but they include this like soul hunter lady who is like Beetlejuice's ex-wife or something, and I don't know, that just wasn't really my favorite. Looking really cool, really good. I feel like maybe I needed to do the teeth a little bit bigger. That's scary. Also, I feel like they didn't really focus too much on Jenna Ortega because, I don't know, I guess Tim has a little bit of an obsession with her now because she played Wednesday, right? Wednesday Addams in that new TV show that I didn't really care for, if I'm being honest. It just wasn't really, I don't know, the humor just wasn't personally my favorite, but you know how Tim gets a little bit obsessive with his characters. Johnny Depp. But it's fine. You like who you like, so. Almost finished his teeth. Oh, shiza. It was great. I really liked it. I would watch it again, definitely. So because I watched the first movie growing up, so it's very nostalgic for me, which I didn't realize it was made in the 80s. I always thought it was made in like the late 90s or like early 2000s. I don't really know why, but now that I know that it was made in the 80s, it totally makes sense. Winona Ryder, she was so cute. She was so cute when she was younger. I think that was one of her first big movies. She was in Edward Scissorhands as well, maybe beforehand. I'm pretty sure that was just beforehand. So yeah, I love the original story. It's actually a little bit much. Now that I think about it, like the whole scene where, what's their names, just like pass away. I don't know, I feel like maybe I was probably watching that when I was like 8 years old and I had no idea. I didn't even know what death was. And so I was like, a little bit much, but you know, the humor just kind of covers it up. Would I recommend watching the second one? Yes. like I said, if you like the first one, then you will like the second one because it's just fun. We finished the teeth. Now we've got to do big fella's teeth. Ah, yes. So I want to rank my top 10 Tim Burton movies of all time. Maybe I should have made his teeth a little bit bigger. Oopsies. We've got this guy's teeth done, but we need to get this guy's teeth done. And I put half of his teeth in. So let's do the other half while we talk about some really cool Tim Burton movies. Oof. Should I go in order? I think I'll go from 10 to 1. So my least favorite to my favorite of all time with those 10. Alright, so number 10 is, hate to say it, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I guess you guys can imagine why that would be. I mean, it's still in my top 10. Like, it's still a good movie. It's just like, out of the 10, not my favorite. Johnny Depp is just like extremely goofy. I guess that's what they were going for, but he's just not my favorite character. He does a lot of good characters in Tim Burton movies, but his Willy Wonka? I'm much more of a fan of the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka. I love Gene Wilder. Poor guy. R.I.P. Rest in peace. It was just a little bit too weird for me. And coming in at number 9 is Alice in Wonderland. I think that was also made.
You look like somebody I can relate to.
Maybe around the same time, maybe like a year or two after or before. I actually don't even know. I love okay, I can't say her name. Helena Bonham Carter, I think. She used to be married to Tim Burton, I think. Unless that was a rumor, I don't know. She's great. She's so funny as the Red Queen. Red Queen? Red Queen? The Red Queen? Yes. This is just all my opinion, by the way. So, no hard feelings. What am I up to? Number 8. Number 8. Ooh. Okay. I think a lot of you guys are going to be angry at me for having this as number 8. My number 8 is Sweeney Todd.
Learn to throw your voice, fool your friends, fun and party.
I really do like musicals, but for a Tim Burton movie, am I wrong? Does he do musicals? I know that a lot of his characters sing in his movies, but no, actually I like that it's a musical. I do. Maybe it's just because I haven't watched it in a really long time. But I do remember that it's got like a really, really, really funny story where they like make pies, but they make them out of like human meat or something. I watched it when I was like in high school, and it's actually quite funny. Moving on to number 7, we've got a classic, Frankenweenie.
That is why I won't do 2 shows a night.
Which I think is one of his
I won't do it.
First more recognized like stop motion. I love his stop motion. I love stop motion. I wish they did it more. I get that it takes a long time to make, but once again, I haven't seen it in a really long time. I remember it being really sad. I remember it's about a dog that like gets hit by a car or something. Am I thinking of the right one? Yeah, I think he dies, then he comes back as like a Frankenstein dog. Someone brings him back to life, which is why it's called Frankenweenie, which is quite sad. Would you guys do that to your dogs? Would you guys Frankenstein them and bring them back to life? I don't know about that, but I think it's a really like heartwarming story. So I think that's why I've put it at number, what is it? Number 7? Almost finished with the teeth, guys. It's taking me forever. Okay, coming in at number 6. Beetlejuice.
Kids in your imagination.
So Beetlejuice number 2. It was just really similar to the first one, and I love the first one. So, and because I've watched it more recent, it's more fresh in my brain. And number 5, The Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm the ghost with the most, babe.
I was like, did Tim Burton make this movie? I'm pretty sure he did, but he produced the movie, which I think is like I think it's still his designs and his ideas and stuff, so there's no words to say about The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a Halloween movie and a Christmas movie. I actually think that more people in Australia watch that movie at Christmas time, because sadly, we just don't really celebrate Halloween like we should in Australia, like you guys do in America. But, you know, so that's a big Christmas movie for us over here. What am I up to? The Nightmare Before Christmas, number 5. Number 4. Where's number 4? I've lost my number 4. I've lost it.
Yo, I got the
Editing Tanisha can figure that out because I don't know where number 4 is. Sorry, I don't know where number 4 is. Alright, number 3, The Corpse Bride.
Now what do you think?
Corpse Bride is a classic and it's quite sad as well. It's really like eerie, isn't it? Corpse Bride. My last tooth. Hee hee hee. There's his teeth. His teeth are all done. His eyes are all done. Now all we need to do is crochet some eyelids, I think, because they're looking a bit... Oh, and I need to paint some red on this guy's face. Got hot glue gun boogies on him. I've turned off the hot glue gun, so don't panic. Now I think we're just going to crochet some sort of eyelids. I don't know if this is going to work. We've got I made him in a 4mm hook. Number 2 is Beetlejuice, of course. Don't say it thrice.
I don't want to do business with you deadbeats anyway.
I think I
Thank
probably
you.
watched Beetlejuice the most growing up. And so like the humor and the set design, and it has stop motion in it. I think this little sandworm is actually one of the first stop motion that I've ever witnessed in like TV cinema. I'm just doing like some sort of a chain stitch just to give him like a eyebrow, like an eyelid. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'm gonna do that for all of the eyes. I've crocheted his eyelids a little bit. Honestly, I can't really be bothered to do the same for his teeny tiny little eyes over here. So we're just going to get to painting on the little red dots, and then this guy is all done. Red acrylic paint. So, and number 1, can we all guess? Drum roll, please. Number 1, Edward Scissorhands.
Hey, there goes Elvis.
My
Yo,
all-time favorite. I mean, Johnny Depp as like a creepy guy with pale skin, scissors as hands, like, that's insane, man. That's wild. And Winona Ryder is like a little itty bitty baby. Well, they're both babies. They're both so young in that movie. Oh, and the lady who sells makeup, what's her name? Oh, they call her the something lady. She sells makeup door to door. She's so funny. I love that actor. But yeah, that's my top 10. Tell me if I've missed any really good ones, or tell me your top 10 or your top 3. Just tell me your favorite Tim Burton movie if you'd like. Did you go to see the new Beetlejuice movie? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. Please let me know, if you'd like, what are your guys' plans for Halloween? Do you celebrate Halloween? What do you usually do? Are you dressing up? Who are you going as? Okay, I think he's done. I think he's done. Cooked. He's cooked, he is. Ooh, look at him. Yes. I might have to sew down his new eyelids because they're a bit... Oh yeah. I love his teeth. I'm really sorry that I didn't have a chance to show this creation in like a long form sort of vlog creative process video like I usually do. My SD card just like pooped itself and it was a really stressful, upsetting event for me. But I didn't want him to go to waste. This is the best that I could do with what I was left with, which was like nothing. I was left with nothing. Except him, the actual sandworm. If you'd like to see some proper pictures of him, my Instagram is linked below. I'll also pop it up on the screen if you'd like to go follow me over there. I'm usually a little bit more casual there and I'll take like pictures of my creations and pop them up for you guys to check out. But yeah, he's all done and I can take some really cool pictures with him now. Thank you so much for watching if you're still here. I appreciate you so much and I'm sorry if this was a little bit boring. It was just kind of me chatting. You know, I wanted to get something out before Halloween so that you guys could enjoy, and hopefully a chit-chat, sit-down chit-chat video was okay. I just wanted to show you guys what I made. Leave me a like, subscribe. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and let me know if you liked him. Let me know if you like this sort of video. That's all that I've got for today. Happy Halloween again. Have a lovely day, a lovely night, wherever you are in this world. And I shall see you in my next video. Toodles, guys. Bye. Bye, guys. Bye. This setup, don't even ask me about it. Don't even ask me. Whew. There's a train. This is why you don't DIY your own costume. Just hold your horses. What does Lydia say? I myself am strange and unusual. Now you can hear the crunch.
Ah, well, I attended Juilliard. I'm a graduate of the Harvard Business School. I travel quite extensively. I lived through the Black Plague, and I had a pretty good time during that. I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it. Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy. Now, what do you think?